Here we are coming to you live with Monte and Teresita. Brother, 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 there's just too many of you dying. Mother, 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 there's just too many of you crying. You know we gotta find a way to bring some love in today. Yeah, picket signs, oh picket lines, don't punish me with brutality. Come on and talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Going on. Hey, what's going on? Yeah. Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, we just thought we'd come and see you again, and we had a nice week. We've been working on the book a little more and talking to people and looking around. And, Teresita was going to tell you about a few things, and she wanted to tell you about a few issues and things, little ideas we'd like to share with you here on this little video. Hey, here's Teresita.
Hi, welcome. Welcome to the show again. This is the Monte and Teresita Cagle show. I wanted to have a little chat with Monty and also find out what is your opinion about the Oscars. It's a big thing going on right now in the States and everywhere about the Oscars. They basically elected or chose mostly white people, and the black people felt they felt a little left out.
Oh, boy.
What do you think? Is there something behind this, or is it just normal, or is it that the black people, they didn't get a lot of parts, or they didn't really do anything? What do you think about it? What's your opinion?
I just think it's just they produced the movies. They did a lot of the scripts. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the filming were done by these people who own these particular companies, and so.
You mean the white people?
Yeah, it's not always a black and white. These people they produce these movies, mm-hmm. and they used the actors that they chose.
Right.
And some of them were black actors and some of them were white actors, or whatever kind of actor, but. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, God, why can't it just, it would be so nice if actors, mm-hmm. in general, the black actors feel they're not recognizing them enough. Why don't they just have their own Oscars?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or have some kind of presentation, mm-hmm. or some kind of award evening for the particular performance they did, or the movies that they wrote, or the scripts they did, and recognize the works that they did in their own event. Whenever African American does a show or an event, everybody wants to watch in the whole world, right?
Right.
So instead of this, I'm going to boycott, and all this other stuff, look, if they don't want to recognize you, they just don't want to recognize you.
So did somebody?
So why would you get upset about it?
Was somebody talking about boycotting the thing?
Well, they did. I watched it last night, wow. And I think Spike Lee, one of the black producers, right? Yeah. And writers, boycotted it along with some of the other actors.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he did.
And I heard Chris Rock. He made a joke about this stuff, and he did a really good job. He was really funny. Yeah. He brought the issue right on stage. I thought that was really great.
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't see the Oscar event, but I just heard the fallout from it.
Did you hear the jokes from Chris Rock?
No. I'll watch it tonight.
Oh my God,
maybe I'll
really
see it.
Cool.
Over here it's
really
like it's like a 8-hour, 6-hour difference. That's right. So sometimes at night I'm like, dude, I'm finished. So I don't get a chance to watch a lot of things, but I've been hearing about it a lot,
So we're over in Europe,
Yeah.
So, we are kind of far
Far away from
away
it
from
all.
all the action. But yeah, we're going in that direction very soon. But also that about the Oscars. But
So,
now it's hot and heavy actually. The elections.
well,
What do
yeah.
you think about the elections?
Uh, I think Hillary's going to win the election.
Yeah, but why? Why do you
Why?
think that?
Because, look, I mean, Trump,
Hmm.
he seems very sincere. I don't know,
Okay.
say, it's so much going, so much politicking behind the scenes, and a lot of things that are going on that we don't get a chance to see, or we don't really get the real scoop, inside scoop.
Hmm.
And I have a lot of views on that. That would cover hours. But anyway, uh, I believe Hillary is going to win anyway, because it seems like the people, the Democratic Party itself,
Hmm.
as a whole, is not united behind Trump. There's a lot of division, a lot of,
Okay.
no, we don't want Trump. He's this way, he's that way. And okay, like the guy says, he's not a politician, so he doesn't
It's
know how to
true.
soft pedal ideas and speak in a very
Hmm.
diplomatic way. He's just very blunt and
Right.
he's a businessman, and he just wants results.
Right.
And
Now,
so a lot of the,
was he a Democrat before?
I believe he was a Democrat.
So he was basically behind the Democrats, and now he became a Republican,
Yeah.
right?
It seems
He was supporting the Democrats
he
before.
supported a lot of the Democratic leaders and
Maybe that's why they
sponsored a
don't
lot of
trust him.
them. I
They
guess.
don't trust him. They think he's like a
I
kind of
think
snitch, you know.
I mean most Americans now, they don't trust their leaders. They don't trust
Of
their
course.
politicians because
Yeah, yeah.
they've, a lot of cases they've given them a bum deal, and it's like, money, money, money. So I got to make
You
that
know,
money.
the country being so much in debt right now, I think they might need a like more economic or financial uh, person to get the country out of debt, because so many presidents have tried to, and it just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting, and the debt is not going away. So maybe this is a time, but yeah, of course,
Well, America has been in debt for a long time,
that's
and
what I
it's just
mean.
and the debt is so big. I don't think any one person could solve that problem. I believe they can help if they, unless we're united and come together and
Right.
say, look, we're tired of this. It's too many holes in the cheese. It's too many loopholes and this and that. Some people are greedy. Some people really want to help. They're
Hmm.
very sincere uh, leaders
Hmm.
who really want to help the people.
That's right.
And there's some people who just don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And the people who
But
do,
Trump, he actually is a good businessman.
of course,
I mean, they said that he had been $1 billion in debt, and he actually got out of that
right.
by the deals he makes, and he makes actually wise decisions, financial decisions, and he's actually able to run his, empire, his business here.
Well,
He has business overseas. He has
it's true.
business all over the world, and America might be ready for somebody like that. And I know Hillary Clinton. I mean, even though she's like for women's rights and for this and for that, I mean, she's kind of, she's a bit naive, maybe, as far as business is concerned. I mean, she does have a lot of experience with, you know, countries and leaders, and she's been going around all these different countries,
Right.
and she has been very, very, very um, uh, active in the political arena. But
Yes.
if you talk about the things that she's saying nowadays, I mean, it's turning a lot of people off.
Of course, it's just like this. Like the thing she did with Benghazi, the other things that happened, it was a little iffish. And it just to me, if I'm just have to be honest, I'm not very uh, politically inclined right now. I mean, I'm just not. It's like I just see these people doing the same things over and over again, and the
Mm-hmm.
people are just disgusted. They're just tired, and they want to change. And the people that are being presented to us, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. You know, they don't really seem like they really want to change.
Exactly.
They don't seem like they're really making an effort to change the country. And like I said, there's a lot of outside influences now over America. And but if Trump is very sincere, I really believe the man could, if the people get behind him, you know, because he can't do it by himself. He's a very good businessman. He knows how to wheel and deal, it looks like. You know, I've seen him. I remember I watched the guy one time. He said, look, he saw a bum. He said, look, I saw that. I saw a thing where he said, look, this bum has $1 in his pocket, and I don't even have $1 in my pocket.
Wow.
And I saw him, that period he went through several years ago, and he just came back up. And they know how to wheel and deal and do their business and bring themselves out of debt. So I believe that Trump, if he's given the reins and the freedom, now you gotta look at, there's a lot of hanky panky going on behind the scenes. If he has a real freedom, and the people get behind him, I believe that he can pull the country out of debt. I really do.
But you know, I find Trump, he's a bit eccentric.
most business people are. How do you think he's not the 1, 2, 3?
He's
1,
like
2,
one
3.
of those kids, you know. It's like either you do it my way or the highway. And also, you know those kids when they are playing with toys,
right?
And somebody takes their toy away and they want to throw a bomb on them or something like that. He seems like, you know, he can't keep his temper. He's always offended. You think he can handle, you know, being a representative of a country to other nations and things like that?
Look, he does not have the political expertise and the man-pleasing image or approach. He just says it like it is. He says what he really wants to do. He's not very diplomatic.
But you got to be diplomatic.
Of course you have to be a diplomat, but at the same time, like Patton, you know, like, let's be honest, we wouldn't have won the war if some of these guys, these generals, didn't get in and say, look, we're tired of the politicking, let's go in and win the war. Right? And they went in there, they knew what they had to do, and they did it, and they got the job done. So we won World War II. Right?
Do you think that he's going to actually put up that high wall? You know,
no.
When the former president of Mexico said that he was not going to support the wall, he said, okay, the wall got taller. Yeah. Do you think that he would actually fund that wall himself if the
they don't have any money?
The president and the country of Mexico doesn't support him?
There is just no way. Instead of putting all that money into building a wall, why don't they just put in the money, the same money, I believe, that they could put into really policing the border. Just, you know, have some real good police the border, and without building this massive wall. Of course, it'll be construction. It'll be a little economic shot in the arm for a lot of the workers in America. It'll give them stuff to do. And they're like, I mean, let's be honest. Why don't we just work on the infrastructure as a whole? Just you know, the highways, the bridges, everything's falling apart.
Yeah, right.
So give these people a chance to work in some kind of something that can really help the country.
That's right.
But building a wall, I mean, I don't live there. First of all, and I don't really, you know, but I just know that if you have more policemen on the border, border patrol, and really organize it and run it well, I believe that we can keep people out who don't need to be there, at least drop it down to a reasonable amount.
That's right.
A minimum, you know, and not just everybody just pouring in and everything's chaos and you know, the madness there is now.
What do you think about the Pope and his wall? I mean, the Pope actually criticized him, saying that he's not a Christian,
right?
Because he was talking about the wall, but he forgot about his own wall. What do you think about that?
Look,
is he like a bit? You know, he has a double standard or something?
Well, look, every religious leader has their beliefs, and you know, I wrote something the other day. Somebody said, you know, in the Bible, it says that in Matthew, it says in the Sermon on the Mount, it says that Jesus said that God sends us the sun on the just and on the unjust, and puts the rain on the sinners and the non-sinners, whatever. So why don't we just let God be the judge? I'm sick of like all this, my religion is, my religion that, my religion. It's like, look, Jesus and God. I really believe personally that Jesus will be coming very soon, and I believe since it's His world, it's His plan, it's His idea. Let Him be the judge. Like just like the story when they brought the whore, the harlot before Jesus, and they said, "Look, we caught her in the act." And they picked up the rocks and they were stoned her. It says, "He that is without sin cast the first stone."
Right.
I mean, the Pope is a man. Donald Trump is a man.
Right.
And we are men and women, creations of God.
Right.
And the Bible said, okay, I read the Bible. I'm a fervent reader of the Bible. I love it. It says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God." And I believe that. We all blow it. We all make mistakes. So want to give people a break and let God be the judge, because every man's going to stand before God and give an account for what they did. And I tell you, there's so many times I want to just take people and wipe the floor with them, but look at the stuff that I've done wrong. To be honest, I blow it. I make mistakes. So nobody can really judge. I mean, you can say what you want to. I mean, let's be honest. Look at our past. Like everybody's, "Oh, these people are killing people." I mean, it was the Spanish Inquisition. When we were Christians, we were supposed to be burning people. It's just like, I can't understand when I read about Jesus, and the early disciples. They were just simple. They didn't have all these rituals and this and that. And I don't really see it that in the Bible, that much of this and that and all stuff. So all these little rules and regulations that I believe that we have created, not necessarily God. Maybe we just need to give it a break. Let God be the judge.
Really true.
I'm just like,
that is really true.
That's about it.
And
That's
also, that's interesting. What about what's happening right now in the world today? This is a big issue, the refugee situation.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're in Europe right now, and in Europe it's a big thing. I mean, they're just pouring into Europe, and they seem to demand. They have demands. I mean, they actually are demanding housing, they're demanding food, they're demanding clothes. They actually are demanding so much, and they're actually getting everything. I mean, in these countries, they're getting everything. Some of them are taking advantage of it, but there's some very sincere people.
Right.
But the thing is, it seems like the whole country of Syria is actually moving out. Do you think there's anybody? Is there anybody going to be left there to build up the country, or is it going to be totally destroyed and it's going to be the end of a civilization?
Look, this is what I feel about it. Living with very closely or nearby some of the camps, and even there was a building that was not too far where I was staying a little while back, and there's a lot of people there. I mean, we all need to help others out of love and stuff. But I believe there's some kind of it's just weird. It just seems weird. It's not normal that America, this is the thing that blows my mind. Okay, England, America, Germany, and France. I know we have to be very politically correct and things like that, but it's nowhere in the world that people, these nations, who have all the bombs, all the guns, all the finances, cannot beat a little army called ISIS. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
It's just not normal. So, to be honest, I think there's a lot of hanky panky going on behind the scenes with this whole Middle East situation, and it's just not normal. There's something more
really
sinister
weird.
behind it. I really, it's just like, it's not normal. We have, they know they can eavesdrop on anybody in the planet.
Right.
And and they have satellites, and we have the drones, and we have this, and we have that. Why in the world can we be a little bitty little army in the Middle East? There's just not. It's not logical. That's the thing that really makes me frustrated about it sometimes. Although I'm not frustrated, I know that it's all leading up to a happy ending, and there is a rainbow behind that silver lining behind that cloud, and it's all in His hands.
That's right.
But what I do know that these little guys doing their little wheeling and dealing behind the scene is just not normal.
There's some invisible strings behind it.
There's something going on behind the scenes.
Moving all these things.
There's a lot more that I know about it, and that I will say about it maybe in the future. But like I said, it's like I'm not so worried about the politics of the world right now, because I know that there's a happy ending, and that it's all leading up to something wonderful, something much better in the near future.
It has to get bad. It has to get worse before it gets better. That's what I heard too.
Yeah, it's
look, what do you guys think about this? Send us some, reactions.
Some feedback.
Write us. Send us some feedback. And what do you guys think about it?
Yeah.
We would like to do some more things like that. Some more talks. Some more exciting things that are happening in the world.
We're going to show you a little bit. I hope to.
Guys.
Hey, we need a camera. We have a little camera now that it's on its last legs, but we wanted to take you out to see firsthand some of these camps.
Yeah.
Because we live very close in several countries near them, and just show you what these people do that go through. They do suffer a lot.
Yeah.
And I think the people who are really suffering, really suffering, who are not really a part of the plan, it's sad. And they do need help, and they do need our prayers, and they do need love.
Yeah.
But what can you say? It's happening. So we can't get mad at the people the little people who are out suffering behind these things, as a result of their wheeling and dealing. But pray for them and show them love. And if you're near any, show the people love. Because all the people are not sinister, and all the people are not trying to bring our downfall. It's just these few people.
That's right.
Who control things.
Within all these, there's always some rotters, some apples that spoil, the barrel. But I've been around them. I've been to school with them. These refugees. And they're really sweet. They're really nice. They actually they have suffered a lot. But you know what they are really going through? They feel sad that they had to leave their culture almost behind and enter into a completely different culture.
It is different.
They actually feel bad that they had to leave their homes, their family, their way of living and everything behind. Would it not be easier to just go into that country instead of getting everybody out of the country? Just go in there, work it out within the country, and destroy those people from within.
Look.
Why do they all have to leave?
Well,
because doesn't mean that they can never ever go back.
Well, they will go back, but the thing is,
when
like
I
was telling you,
they're going to go back to nothing.
Like I was telling you, there is something deeper behind this.
Right.
Of course, and there will be an end. It will come to an end, and there will be a better future very soon. But it's nothing that we could do about these physically. You can't physically do it other than you pray and ask God to intervene for the people. Do what you can to help. But there are a lot of sinister forces behind the scenes who are causing it, and we can ask that God to intervene in their lives and bring an end to it very soon. But I just want to take this time to tell you thanks for listening, and hey, don't forget to get my book. It's out now, and like I said, we lived in a lot of with all these people, lived with them from day to day, which and the problems that we face and the things we're going through right now are brought out in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little reminder, go by montecagle.com and you can get the book right online at montecagle.com. There's a sign, our sign right up there, our website, and get the book. And we're starting a little tour, you might say, that we want to present the book in different places, and we want to give some to give some answers to people who may be suffering as a result of racism, bigotry, and the issues that these people are going through right now in the Middle East. It's racial too. What can you say? So read the book anyway, and help support our work. And we enjoyed talking to you today. Thanks, Teresita. Sometimes we have these discussions, so we thought we'd have a discussion with you, and bring out the issues. So thanks for listening, and hope to see you soon.
Thanks all. Thanks guys, and give us some reactions.
Bye.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.